Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my fellow YouTubers. Grabbing the coffee here with another YouTube prepping video. Now, I just got some intel. Came in from Teldor. He said something major is going to be blowing in Europe. Makes you wonder, eh? So, while we're doing that, let's get some spreadsheets going. So I asked Chloe to get me some coffee, and she says to me, we got some cornbread mix, some Oreo cookie cake. She says to me, I asked for some soup so I can have some soup. Is this what I'm looking for? Yep, right here. Yep. So, steak's ready to roll. Got some soups. Another thing of coffee. So she says to me that the coffee aisle is nearly empty. That's right, you heard it from me. Coffee is now going into short supply, it seems. Hey, Zoe, what's up? Zoe. So I told Zoe I'd be here while she's, whole live thing, So I told Zoe I'd do a few spreadsheets while talking to you guys. So Teldor messaged. Good old Teldor emailed me and he said something about this is how we do it. Yep. So got a couple bad newses for you guys. My phone that I use for I'll see if I can show you. Yeah, here we go. See? As you can see, the screen is literally cracked. Yep, see? Can't believe that. What shitty luck I have today. Yeah. Coffee aisle is getting empty. That's what I just said, Missy. Yep. The coffee aisle, people, is empty. Yep. And it is getting empty. And Teldor messaged me and he said, I want to get to that in a minute. He said to me, I'll get the comment in a second. He said, it's very interesting. He's not a brown noser. He's just a guy that likes people to keep it real. Yeah. His comment. All right, here we go. His comment was, As a prepper, I don't give two shits about being a brown-nosing son of a bitch troll. Well, you're not a brown-nosed son of a bitch troll. The fact of the matter is we have a major shit hit the fan about to blow up in Eastern Europe. I will keep you shitbirds posted as my intel comes in. Shitbirds. Yes. So, that tells you right there something major is coming down the pipe. Caviar, big shocker poo. What is the topic, peeps? Prepping. So I was just talking to Chloe about my neighbor, right? We thought the neighbor wasn't getting their mail. Turns out the neighbor's not even here anymore. He just packed up and left, took his computer, and he just walked out the door and didn't come back. And me and Chloe were like, oh my God. And, so you got the neighbors, So we have the comment. It says, prep like your life depends on it, people. Gotta get my lunch heated up eventually. Getting a little hungry. As I told Zoe, mankind, polar bears, can't live on Cheetos and beer. Yeah. See if there's a. So I thought I would tell you guys about that, Apparently, it is sad that we don't have any coffee available. Yeah. Can you believe that? No coffee. So she got me the 6th Street Bistro, which I'm drinking, but I'm not happy about it. I don't really like 6th Street Bistro, but it is what it is. Ebo show and tell. Hi. She says Ebo show and tell. He's just licking his paws. Cry. Oh, yeah. Phone screen literally cracked. Look at this, guys. With it off. I mean, literally. Yeah, Higgins will be like, what are you going to do about it? Nothing. I just got to buy a new one soon. At least she still holds a charge, right, peeps? Yep. So I told Higgins to go buy some Centrum Silver, on Amazon. So Higgins is complaining that Centrum Silver for you 55 and over should have a dietary supplement. He wants Flintstone stuff. So shitbirds. Interesting concept, isn't it? We are now going into an area where we are worried about stuff coming down the piper. That's right. I just can't believe what's going on right now. Can you? Yeah, I can't. I mean, I'm scared, but I'm also Excited because what's going on? What has Teldor got that we don't know? That's the question on my mind. The $1,000,000 question today is what's going on in Europe? Shall I go and let's go look, shall we? Oh, and I'm going to turn my notification noise off so I don't hear any notification from Discord or that. Let's check real quick, shall we? What's going on in Europe? Scary stuff. All right, so for Ukraine, 25 people remain missing from a missile strike. Wow. Energy infrastructure could happen any second. Defense Secretary announced donation of battle tanks for Ukraine, says troops need a new level support. Calls Russia and Belarus an aviation exercise at Geis. Ukrainian Secretary confirms Russian cruise missiles. These pictures show aftermath deadly Russian missile strikes. Wow. Putin tells Turkey's Erdogan that Western weapons are intensifying hostilities in Ukraine. Well, Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan in a phone call with Western weapons supplies to Ukraine intensifying hostilities. That Kyiv's rejection of a ceasefire proposed by Russia for the Orthodox Christmas period is an example of Kyiv's hypercritical policy. German's economy minister says Putin has failed to destroy German industry as war in Ukraine. Russian sanctions UK foreign minister. Mariupol and their family, 25 million. Polish Prime Minister calls on Germany to say, oh, okay, I see what's going on, people. This is a great topic. Hi, I'm Zoe, everyone. Welcome to Radio Rita. I'm Zoe. We're going to be talking about Ukraine. You see, German, UK, and now Polish is supplying weapons. That means World War III, people. Let's continue down the pipe here. In mid-afternoon, Kyiv. Kremlin denies rumors of conflict between Wagner mercenary group and Russian Defense Ministry. Ukrainian officials warns air raid sirens may increase significantly due to Belarusian Russian military drills. That told the Dnipro stat strikes at 40. Kremlin says Western military equipment will drag out the Ukrainian war. Yeah, okay, cool. Ukrainian units still conduct hostilities in Soledar. Two armed forces. 7 Ukrainian drones shot down over the sea near Crimea. German defense minister resigns after mounting criticism. Wow. Moscow and Minsk start joint military aviation drills in Belarus. Analysts, Europe warn winner is robbing Putin of a trump card. Rockets hit. Russian shelling damages home and civilian infrastructure in Nikopol. Zaporizhzhia shelled overnight. Wow, the nuclear power plant. That's Zaporizhzhia. Battle for Soledar without any respite. Russian missile on apartment building kills minimum 35. Russian war in Ukraine sparked a historic food crisis. Food crisis. See, there we go. World War III and food crisis. Putin says military operation in Ukraine shows positive dynamic. How Ukraine became a test bed for Western weapons and battlefield innovations. Whoa. Wow. Can you believe that? Zoe's sitting there crying. Yeah, I'd be crying too, honey. Now we know what's coming down the pipe in Europe, you see. And this is why people shouldn't mock Teldor. He's giving us a heads up. I just looked up the information for you because World War III might be on the cusp. What do you guys think, Zoe? Zoe's like, I'm Zoe. Wow, 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 wow. I'd be crying too, actually. I would be literally crying. Boop. I mean, this is not good. This is bad. Seen this? Please watch. Please watch what? You sent me something on Discord? Let me go look. She sent something, I think, on Discord for me to watch. Actually, I have to because it's Zoe. Please watch. Well, let me see. What did you send me? I don't see anything. Yeah, I'm loading up Discord now. It's slow. Nope, she didn't send me anything. Oh, leave Discord open just in case. Oh, that link. Okay, let me go to it. Yeah, plug my headphones in. Here we go. I gotta send that to Chloe. That is scary. What Zoe just sent was scary. Yeah. Let me send this off to Zoe. Wow. Me wow. Yeah, it could be. Hold on a sec. Zoe. Chloe. Check Instagram. I sent you a video. We already sent pictures. Ukraine is already got Republicans back in Ukraine. Okay, peeps, is this real? Maybe. I mean, let's look right here. Okay, let me do this. Okay, I'm gonna go over to my channel here. Right. Let me zoom in. Okay. Right here. You see this? See that? It says right here. As we prepare, as a prepper, I don't give two shits about being a brown-nosed son of a bitch troll. The fact of the matter, we have a major shit hit the fan about to blow up in Eastern Europe. Eastern Europe. Hold on. I will keep you shitbirds posted as my intel comes in. As my intel comes in. Yes, yes. I mean, we just looked it up anyways. You saw that, didn't you? I mean, that there. As a prepper, I don't give two shits about me being a brown-nosed son of a bitch troll. This fact of the matter is we have a major shit at the fan to blow up the Eastern Europe. I will keep you shitbirds posted. See? Tells you right there what you need to think about, peeps. Mm-hmm. But it can affect all the world. All the world. Major hit in Ukraine. I mean, look, they just announced that other countries are going to help. Scary stuff, people. Scary stuff. going to say something I usually don't say over coffee time with Rita. Out of love for all of you, I beg you, I beg Zoe, I beg Pee-wee, I beg Fanny, I beg Chloe, I beg Zoe, I beg Piper, I beg Tony. Get your house in order now. I mean, if this is not saying something, remember, I'm the one that has to work around the clock while you guys are sleeping Nestle Toasty in your beds, working weird hours. Zoe was telling me the other day, I don't know why you're on weird hours. Let me tell you why. Because unlike some people that sleep like CP, PP, and SP, I'm up at the weird hours of the day trying to keep this country going like a leader should, an administrator should, to make sure that if you guys get the first word, middle of the night, you're all sleeping, we hear something like New York or Seattle or California gets bombed. We have to be on the. I'm basically the what I call the Rita News Network, the RNN. I mean, literally, this is serious shit. When you analyze just the headlines alone, I mean, think about it. Just the headlines alone today. Polish is sending weapons. Germany is sending weapons. Ukraine is getting weapons, right? England, Scotland, Wales, Canada, America sending weapons. Our allies are sending weapons. Think about it. As Fleet Admiral, I told you I would keep you guys in the loop if we had a banking collapse, which could happen. Power outages, internet failure, you would know somehow. I have a network put together already in case something happens on the island. I got people to rely to. I just wish I had Zoe's phone number to call her if she had internet and be like, hey, babe, what's the latest on the power grid out here? But I got to rely on Higgins for that and Poppy, because, but Google Voice has free phone. Oh, which reminds me, I got a new job. Trish Connor needs a phone. Apparently the phone I got her was stolen by Lacey. Go figure. So, what does this mean exactly? The music's cool for that scary video, but what does it mean exactly? It means I'm up at all hours. I said if World War III, nuclear war happens, I would be first to do it. But I said more likely sable rattling when it comes to the nukes. But the thing is in that timeline that Zoe asked if it's real, I could watch it again to analyze, but from my perfect memory, which Dad thinks I've destroyed my memory, it goes like this. You see, there's too many people out there predicting doom and gloom, okay? What you need is positive energy, okay? Let's just leave the nukes off the table. But if this instigates, right? I mean, will Russia attack NATO and NATO bases? Well, if they do, they're desperate. But remember the NATO charter. Attack on one is attack on all. Even I know the NATO charter. I've studied the NATO charter. So, do you think they're going to attack another base? Maybe, maybe not. But right now, why is Russia doing this? I'll clearly tell you why. Because Russia's not happy not being sitting at the big boys table. They're throwing a temper tantrum. You see, Russia, all right, there's a documentary out there. I think I'll find it for Zoe one of these days. She likes watching documentaries. One day, Boris Yeltsin dissolved the former Soviet Union. Every country was themselves. 1 minute, Boris Yeltsin tells his people we're dissolving it. The next minute, Azerbaijan, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, Uzbekistan, Afghanistan, they never controlled, Ukraine, all their countries they had command of was gone. They were their own sovereign nations because the Soviet Union couldn't handle all that land and all that power, and they were too greedy and corrupt. So what happens? Other countries started putting together their own their own constitutions. And now, after Boris Yeltsin, by the way, passed away recently, bless his heart, now they want to rejoin and rebuild the former Soviet Union to be one mega empire. The bullshit is on the table now, China, yes, I was just going to get to that, Zoe. Okay, so Zoe's saying if China goes in, China won't go in. That's the thing. China's not going to go in because China knows they can lose. And the point is even if China has nukes, China won't use nukes because if China loses and they decide they want a one rule, you see, here's how it's going to work, okay? The United States is watching this carefully like a hawk, right? They don't want us to go into a war. Remember Red Dawn? How come Europe's not getting involved? Two wars in 1 century is enough for them, I guess. That's what the colonel says, right? And guess what? Now Europe is getting involved. I'll tell you, there's 2 reasons why people are seeing war. And that is because it's a big money maker. You see, during peacetime, what did they do? Drills and drills and more drills and very little money spent. But if you get a war, it's about capital. But if China goes in, Houston nightclub attack, China might have the military, but China does not have apparently the weapons. A lot of them are armed with pitchforks. A lot of them are farmers. Look, China's in lockdown. They can't produce. I mean, look, China is a communist capitalist country that thinks that Americans will buy their crap, but as long as they go into lockdown, China isn't moving their troops. I mean, literally, they can't just sit there and I don't care. Higgins is like, this world gone mad. Yeah, exactly. You see, the problem is this is some big news coming down the pipe. Literally, a lot of you sit there and you're like, oh, what's going on? I don't know. Well, why is it going down? I don't know. The point being is look at the big picture. I mean, think about it. Just those headlines alone. People say, oh, Rita, what about, Why? Because that's what's coming down the piper. The truth's in the pudding, people. The truth is in the pudding. Like Frankenstein shit. Pitchforks, you're so funny. Like Frankenstein shit. Did someone say pitcher? No, I said pitchforks. Pitcher. Pincher. No. Truth is, mean, oh, wow, look at this. The Russians are now hiring mercenaries. A Russian mercenary group claims to capture a train station west of Soldar. That's the latest. See, listen to this. UK Defense Secretary announces donation of battle tanks. Wallace said the UK would send a squadron of Challenger 2 tanks with armored recovery and repair vehicles to Ukraine. He called it the most significant package of combat power to date, accelerating Ukrainian success. First time that Western main battle tanks will be sent to Ukraine. See? He also said the UK would send Ukraine AS-90 self-propelled artillery and hundreds more armored and protective vehicles. Wallace called the replacement of Russians commanders for its war in Ukraine the visible tip of an iceberg of a factionalism in the Russian command. Putin apparently remains bullish, and with Gerasimov difference, the president never in doubt would expect a trend back towards Russian offensive, no matter how much loss of life accomplishes it. Battle tanks. See, that there tells you right there. So apparently Turkey, here's this thing. Turkey, it says both sides reaffirm their commitment to further comprehensive development of Russian-Turkish cooperation. The Kremlin said aiding among the priorities cooperation in the energy sector, including the supply of Russian natural gas and the creation of regional gas hub in Turkey. So now Russia wants to plant a semi-base whatever gas station for the Turkish people. So apparently, by winter 2024, Germany will have an infrastructure in place to hold natural gas from around the country. January has helped to keep Germany's gas storage facility around 90% because of the warm climate. And then it says Ukraine soccer club launches 25 million aid project for Mariupol soldiers and their family. Polish Prime Minister is calling on Germany to supply all sorts of weapons to Ukraine. Poland's Prime Minister Mateusz Morawiecki has called the German government to supply all sorts of weapons to Ukraine. Visit to Berlin Monday tweeted, the defeat of Ukraine may become a prelude to World War III, so today there's no reason to block support for Kyiv and postpone matters indefinitely. I call on the German government to act decisively by supplying all sorts of weapons to Ukraine. This comes after Polish President Andrzej Duda promises a company of Leopard tanks to Ukraine during his visit to the city of Lviv last week. However, Poland needs permission from Berlin to these German-produced Leopard 2 battle tanks to Ukraine. If granted, Germany must also deal with the sensitive idea of German battle tanks in Eastern Europe. 13 European countries, including Poland and Finland, are in possession of modern German Leopard 2 tanks, which were introduced in 1979 and have been upgraded several times since, according to the European Council of Foreign Relations think tank. Military aid will drag out wars, what Moscow says. Drag out hostilities, said Kremlin spokesman Peskov Monday. The Challenger 2 tanks the UK is planning to send to Ukraine will burn like the rest, he adds. Deliveries of more advanced military equipment from UK and other European countries will not be able to change the situation on the ground in Ukraine and will only drag out the hostilities. So apparently it says another thing that's interesting is Olena Zelenska, the wife of Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky, will be joining this year's World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland. The World Economic Forum Monday, that was today. She's expected to deliver a special message from Davos tomorrow morning. There we go. So, anything else? Like a monster hunt. Those Ruskies not giving up easy. East Ukrainian burning. Yes, East Ukraine is burning. I'm just looking this up. Here, let me just show something to Zoe real quick. I still got Discord open. I want to show Zoe something. Zoe needs to familiarize the tactics that the Admiral uses. I'm promoting Zoe to Captain instead of Commander. So she's Captain Zoe. Yeah. So here we go for Zoe. There's the latest news. Yeah, so apparently it's looking pretty mighty bad, in my opinion. So, not good. Not good at all, peeps. This is what I think he was talking about. And then on top of that, the United States has pledged that we would be teaching and giving Patriot missile systems to Ukraine. No, think about it that way, people. Shit's going to hit the fucking fan, and it's going to fucking hit hard. So, let me beg you, once again, to Zoe, to Pee-wee, to Piper, to Chloe, to Higgins, to Fanny, to Mama Pee-wee, to Zoe. Whatever you do, start buying your shit and getting it delivered to your home. And don't go out. I tried to explain this to you guys a few months ago, but you guys didn't listen. So I'm going to say it right now for the sake of Zoe and for you, the preppers. It goes like this. Get your shit in order. Bobby, get in there. Get in there. Okay, so apparently we got two things coming down the pipe, okay? Teldor 4 minutes ago says, well, let me tell you what, now that I hear Pee-wee is going to the casino got me thinking. It may, if I get my brown nose ass, sorry, you're not a brown noser, I told you this, ass out of the house and go to the casino, I could hit a big one and have enough money for a scanner. Well, that didn't happen because the wife said nope, so piss on it. Oh, and by the way, Pee Wee sounds like she's got her shit together prepping. She must taking Rita's lead. Kudos for the flock. So, like I said, for all of you, okay, I beg you all to get your shit in order because think about it. I'm tracking this right now, and order your stuff. Get your shampoos, your conditioners, your body washes, your mouthwash, your toothpaste, your toothbrush. Get it all air delivered as fast as possible. Use Amazon, use Target. If you can get Walmart, use them. But get your house in order. Don't sit on your ass and do nothing. Because when the shit hits the fan, we are all going to be fucking screwed. Plain and simple. Think about it. Pee-wee's prepping in case of World War III, but she's also prepping in case of Civil War. This is not a country where we need to worry about civil war. If this gets to the point of World War III, do you people know what the fuck's going on? It goes like this. I'm not just saying, oh, run to the grocery store every day. No, I'm saying get everything you can shipped in. If you can order, if you like soups, order your soups. If you like your wedding cake, wedding soup, buy your Italian wedding soup. If you like your mushroom soup, buy your mushroom soup. Buy it in a case. You like Spam. Some of it might be processed, but guess what? If there is World War III, do you really think that the farmers will be able to produce the food that you prefer? Think about it. No one talks about it. People sit there and say, oh, well, I'm just going to go down and get my organic celery. Oh, that reminds me, I got to eat a snack. Thing is, it goes like this. You won't be able to see this stuff. Why? Because they won't be shipping the materials needed to grow your vegetables. Why? We already go through Europe for our chemicals, for our fertilizer and growth stuff, for our foods. No one takes into account that farmers are having supply issues. Some farmers, to get a bumper crop, gotta spend $1 million. $1 million for fertilizer. So this country is self-reliant on other countries. Think about, what if one day, I'm going to use Zoe as an example, Zoe goes to the store for bread and finds out there's World War III and there's no flour to make her bread. Think about it. No flour, no bread. We import our grain to make flour. These are things you guys don't think about. Got one ordered, honey. But get it. You see? Think about it. Think of all. Do I need to sit down? Theodore's probably going to nod. Do I need to make a list for you all, you preppers, telling you all how much the United States imports into this country? Breaking news. Ukrainian troops have arrived at a U.S. Army base in Oklahoma for Patriot missile training. Fort Sill. Wow, that's You see? Yeah. Anything you can get delivered to your home, get it. Now let me break down the cold hard facts. You see, when you're prepping, bring in everything you have to. You don't leave. You assess your home for possible hiding places for nuclear fallout, just in case. Another thing, did Zoe even see that Discord message I sent? I don't know. But I have something else to show Zoe that's very important. Something that... yeah, she did. There we go. So let me just do this for Zoe real quick. Here we go. I want Zoe. I don't care if I have to send them to her, but I want Zoe. To buy this. There. It's a 5-pack, but see what she says. You see, if nuclear war happens, all right, gotta get some more coffee too, by the way. If nuclear war happens, they will target most of the major cities. That means places like, no, I'm not going to scare you, but I'm going to let this burn in real good. Whoops. You see, nuclear war happens. It's not just the end of humanity. The few that survive is not going to be good. You guys turn around and you say, oh, but, it's not bad. Let me put it this way. Nuclear war happens and you're in a city, you better rethink where you're living. Out in the country, no problem. Concrete jungle, you got a problem. And you say, oh, well, why is that? I'll tell you why. You see, a friend of mine who's in the Intel community did an assessment the other day. It went like this. Targets in cities. U.S. cities targeted, hypothetically. Seattle, Everett, Bangor, Bremerton, San Francisco, San Diego, Chicago, Detroit, New York, Washington, D.C., the Carolinas, Florida. Anywhere there is naval power. Think about it. Bremerton and Bangor, Kitsap base. Everett, naval base. Woodby Air Station, about 60 miles from us. California, a lot of shit out there. San Diego, San Francisco. Why would they target Chicago? Does anyone know that outside of Chicago apparently is where they train in the Great Lakes naval boot camps out there? Think about it. Washington, D.C., New York, Massachusetts, Florida, Texas. You see, let me tell you about the founding fathers, okay? Founding fathers were fucking idiots. You see, they had Philadelphia as the capital. Then they moved it to New York. Then they moved it to Washington or the District of Columbia. Now, Zoe's probably sitting there thinking, uh-oh, history time for Rita. Thing is, if they left in Philadelphia, the capital would have not been a stuck-in target. Now, think of England. Naval, just fly in. Japan, fly in. Beijing, Moscow, look at their capitals. Way up. The only thing we could probably hit with that half-pint tin pot dictator in Russia is St. Petersburg, or as they also known at one time as Leningrad. Any of the coastal areas we can hit. Do you think we could fly a plane 100,000 feet up and drop a bomb right on Moscow? No, because Moscow's location. Think of geography. Most of these dumbasses have put the capitals and a lot of capitals on the coastline. You see, Zoe says, what was it Zoe said? Zoe said, you are a leader, Admiral Rita Lee. Yep, you see, a leader, Admiral. Fleet Admiral can look at the damn map and tell you exactly tactically it's not feasible to go after Moscow. So, anyways. So, what's that tell you? Now, you guys, I got to finish the speech because, Zoe's, doing her thing. So, anyways, where was I? We'll go back to this later. We'll close this out temporarily. Okay. So, what does that mean exactly? It means they get your shit in order because it ain't going to get any easier. Yeah. You see? This is bigger than we thought. You see, if Europe's going to supply weapons to Ukraine, then you got to ask yourself. You see, this is what's going on, okay? You see, Americans sit there and they have a short attention span, right? They say, oh, look, Ukraine, blah, 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 right? We shouldn't be supporting Ukraine. The reason they're supporting Ukraine is because we get a lot of grain from Ukraine. A lot of countries get food from Ukraine, but Russia, of course, ain't happy because Russia wants domination. But you got to ask yourself a question, a big question. You sit there and you say, oh, what's that, Rita? You're Russia doesn't just want Ukraine. Russia wants the former Soviet Union bloc back. And once they put Ukraine under forces, they can muster Ukrainian troops that's now under their command to go into other countries. And if they don't, Ukraine is like, look, we're a sovereign nation. We want to be a sovereign country, And yet, going on, you see, got to get your house in order because it's not getting any easier. You're going to see things get smaller and smaller. Keldor's trying to tell you this. Think about it. What do I do when I'm not playing my game? Okay, I'm prepping. What am I doing when I'm not prepping? I'm prepping. What am I doing? I'm teaching you guys lessons you need to learn. One is you preppers think nothing's going to happen. Think about it. World War III happens. Detroit changes from automaking back to World War II tank making. That's interesting. Oh, wow. Women go back to the workforce, making tanks, making bombs, making missiles, making grenades, making bombs, making planes, making carriers, making ships. They will turn this country into war fighting thing. They will make it so every fucking person will be fucking making, well, not the elderly, the disabled unless they want to, making weapons for World War III. And that will basically close up our economy. You see, then when the war is over, they'll change the economy and the finances over. You see, and you say, oh, well, let me put it to you another way. Farmers would see their sons and daughters going to war. Farmers wouldn't be getting their fertilizer to make food for you. Farmers and other people would be seeing their food cut short. Now you say, oh, that's not possible. Let me remind you of World War II. Let me remind you. My adopted grandmother told me during World War II, they had food vouchers. Like food stamps, but food vouchers. You were limited on milk, egg, cheese, coffee. Now think of it. If we're going to have World War III, how many other countries will pull together and either go for with Russia and China, hypothetically, or the rest of the Axis worlds? Think about it. You got Colombia, they make coffee. The Middle East, they make stuff. But the Middle East doesn't have manufacturing for tanks. They produce oil. So they'd be selling their oil to the highest bidder to keep the war going. But over here, we would be contacting our steel industry to make more steel so we can make ships, submarines, destroyers, cruisers. Hell, they might even bring back super destroyers, super frigates, super battleships, more carriers. Why? Because they can. And then, even if we're not at the nuclear stage, the United States would do what we always know it did. They would reactivate Hanford and the nuclear industrial complexes of Washington and other places and start making plutonium-grade weapons. Think about it. Nuclear-grade weapons. Because they would be worried that we might need more weapons, right? And then Russia will sit there, let me put it this way, okay? All these people come around and they say, oh, Russia's not a threat. They don't even have working tanks. Well, maybe not. Or that guy, all tanks given to Ukraine will be burned. Well, sounds good to me, man. I'd like to see that just because, I want to see what Russia's capable of. You know why? Because no one knows. You see, Russia's been the Iron Curtain for so many years. No one fucking knows what they're capable of. You say, oh, Rita, you don't, really. I don't know what I'm talking about. Look, as Zoe just said recently, I'm like a born leader. Yeah, think about it. Excuse me for a second. Need to check on something. Okay, so what's that tell you, people? It tells me that you need to get your affairs in order. Think about it. All these people, they just spent their credit card wads on Christmas. Thinking that Uncle Sam will bail them out. But Uncle Sam can turn around and say, oh, World War III started. You're now in the fucking draft. You're able-bodied. We're going to give you a gun and send you off to fucking war. 61% of economists say recession on horizon, not good, save dollar. Look. Point being, the American people need to realize that the news is scary, but they need to get their affairs in order. You sit there and you sit there and you say, oh, think of Teldor. Think of what he said. You see, people these days need to buy their shit, get it delivered, and not leave their home. Let me tell you, pandemic is nothing. World War III happens, you're going to be rationed on your food. You won't see fresh vegetables in the grocery store. No, you're going to be walking in there and seeing them rationing your beans, your soups, your everything. And this is why I keep telling you to prep now. By the way, let me just tell you, without wheat or grain, you can't make ramen. Without wheat and grain, you can't make flour. Without wheat and grain, you can't make bread. But I guess for some of you freeload hobos out there, you just don't give a shit. I mean, literally, think about it. World War III is on the horizon. Russia wants. You see, here's the problem with the country, okay? The United States made the deal with the UN. They got all this thing, right? Sovereign nations working good. But you got a country like Russia who is excluded because Russia lived behind an iron curtain. Then Russia turns around and says, oh, we want Ukraine back. They can get Ukraine. They can start moving into other things. You see, the question is, why does Russia want Ukraine? Resources. Control those areas. They can go and start making what they need to go march into Poland, Czechoslovakia, Uzbekistan, Tajikistan, Kyrgyzstan. The other satellite nations. Go in there, and eventually you see Europe hanging by a thread. This ain't about Germany anymore. Germany learned their lesson in 2 wars. Germany sees that Russia is the aggressor, but you see this guy who claims, oh, we're going after Jewish people. Oh, we're going to go after Jewish people. But you see, the problem is this country is going down the shitter, right? Russia knows the U.S. imports everything. Russia knows we could be weak. But if we basically mounted a full defense, we would have draftees. We'd have tanks being made, bombs being made, missiles being made, ships being made. People would be freaking working for the war effort. You see, it wouldn't be about the vaccines anymore. It wouldn't be about the virus. You see, other countries would basically start drawing up plans too. Australia, New Zealand, Canada, Europe, the British Empire. Then you got the other side of things. Other countries that produce things, oil like Venezuela. They choose either their dictator buddies and send troops to their aid, or they would basically stay out of it and sell everyone their damn commodities because they can't. Coffee would go through the roof. Some countries like Sumatra and the Isle of Java makes coffee. Those people would be making a shit ton of money. You see, the problem is you'd be drafted. We'd have freaking food rationing. This is why I keep telling you guys to prep. If this comes down to thing, you'll be seeing your kids and grandkids, if you have kids and grandkids, being drafted in the military. Oh, that one there is a nurse. He works at the hospital and he's physically fit. Look, we got a new Army corpsman. Oh, this one here is a nurse, and her husband's in the Army Corps. We're going to put them in the Naval Medical Corps. Next thing you know, they're handpicking who they want. Oh, this lady's Black, African American, fat, but as a nurse, keep her there because she's overweight. They're going to be handpicking people with their skill sets. Now, you see, you sit there and you, yeah. I mean, and you say to me, oh, Rita, you're just so scary or you're full of crap. Really? You see, it doesn't take a rocket scientist, people, to turn around and analyze just the headlines of something to realize what's coming down the pipe. You know, I was telling Zoe the other day, she and I, we're like online wifeys, you could say, okay, jokingly, of course. I said to Zoe the other day, okay, I'm making a joke here, a little crack, but serious matters here, okay, that the news depresses people. Yes, but if you just go and glance through the headlines, you can make enough out of it to say, you know, some people say, oh, Rita, the headlines, you're blowing it out of proportion. I am? I didn't know I was blowing it out of proportion. I thought I was basically telling the truth to you people. That, you know, this is the stuff you got to look at. I mean, if Germany's going to send weapons and UK is going to send weapons and Poland's going to be sending weapons or going to send weapons and other things, then how many other countries? Oh, hold on. Well, let's look here for a second. I'm curious about something, okay? All right, so here we go. So we have damn son of a bitch. Okay, we have We have the United Kingdom giving weapons. We got Poland offering weapons. We got Germany offering weapons. Turkey's basically wanting to do some a gas thing, right? You have Ukraine. In between Ukraine and Russia is Belarus. Estonia, Latvia, and Moldova staying out of it. Poland's offering weapons. Finland, Sweden, and Norway is staying out of it. Same with Iceland. Then you got Ireland staying a part of the UK. You got Switzerland and France. You got Spain. You have Morocco. You have Albania. You have Greece. You have Macedonia. You have Bulgaria. You have Romania. You have Hungary. You have Slovakia. And you have Austria. Okay. So I like Austria. They're cool, right? So you have all these countries, right? Hold on. In Europe, you have Albania, Andorra, Armenia, Austria, Azerbaijan, Belarus, Belgium, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Bulgaria, Croatia, Czech Republic, Denmark, Estonia, Finland, France, Georgia, Germany, Greece, Hungary, Iceland, Ireland, Italy, Kosovo, Latvia, Liechtenstein, Lithuania, Luxembourg, Macedonia, Malta, Moldova, Morocco, Montenegro, Netherlands, Norway, Poland, Portugal, Romania, Russia, San Marino, Serbia, Slovakia, Slovenia, Spain, Sweden, Switzerland, Turkey, Ukraine, UK, and the Vatican City. Only right now, Europe is not that big and worrying because other countries aren't coming up to the plate. It's only the United Kingdom, Germany, Poland, and Poland, Germany. Yeah. So you do the math, people. It is pretty bad. Yeah. Excuse me for a second. Why? Because it is bad. You say, oh, Rita. There you go, peeps. Think about it. The more that Ukraine gets, the more Russia is going to be desperate. And when they're desperate, you don't know if they're going to pull the big gloves off and turn around and basically do something dumb. Yes. You see. Yeah. So, the question I have for you guys is, what are you going to do about it? You see? I mean, me, you sit there and you say, hey, Rita, your sleeping schedule's wonky. I say, someone's got to be up in the middle of the night managing in case something happens here at the Rita News Network. I mean, look at Sunday's edition. Sunday's edition was pretty damn badass because, we had so much to do and so little time. Think about it. Recession's on the horizon. You got to make do with what you have, people. That's the thing. But you people don't. You sit there and say, oh, no, let me hide the comments. I got it saved so I can watch that video again later for Zoe. But will China get involved? No. And if China did, China would be pulling off their own stupidity. And you sit there and you say, oh, how's China going to do our stupidity? I tell you. You see, China's going to turn around. And they're going to go. You're like, what do you mean they're going to do this? Trust me, they're going to do. You see, if China decided to get involved, they would have one plan. And that is, are you ready for this? They would turn around China and they would back up Russia until the time comes when they would crush Russia off the face of the earth, wanting full domination and communist rule of a one rule government. That's what they would do. They would turn on Russia because only one wants the superpower to be the ruler of all. You think Russia's going to give it up after the entire world's been nuked? And China's like, oh, yeah, we got it. You think so? Think again. China would turn around and be like, oh, look, we work together. Now I'm taking care of your people, you know. So this could happen tomorrow, whatever it is Teldor's talking about. Could happen today, could happen next week. But you need to get your shit in order. And that is why I beg all of you. Make a list. You want to make a list. Your list is important. Make a list. Stock up. You see, there's people out there, all right, that decide they want to go grocery shopping once a week, right? If it fits, it ships. My motto is get your fares in order. Go to Amazon. If Amazon sells something, buy it. Don't sit on the sidelines and be like, oh. If it fits, it ships. Think about it. You see, you can order shampoo. You can order bar soap. You can order dish soap. You can order toothpaste, toothbrushes, mouthwash. Anything that you can think of the grocery store has, you get it shipped now. The reason for it is, I'll give you a reason for it, you preppers. This is a big one. Can't trust the grocery stores. Think about it. You go in there and you want your two of your favorite blends coffee today, and the coffee aisle's almost empty. There's a problem. You go in and you look for eggs, and you got $39.95 for eggs, 5 dozen for Pee-wee, or what is it, $7 for a dozen for Teldor? Think about it. You can. I mean, think about it. Your best bet is to get everything you like. Let me tell you another reason why I implore you not to sit on your ass is this. You get your shit delivered in, you get your shit put away, you get your shit in order. People sit there and say, oh, the Republicans won't allow us to go to war because they support Ukraine. No, they don't. If the fucking country was attacked, they'd look like fucking panty-waist dipshits if they fucking sat around and be like, oh, we don't want to attack Russia. But that's okay. They nuked New York. We'd be countering and be like, fuck you. You're not doing your job. You know, the thing is think about it. You need to get your fucking affairs in order. That's the thing. You guys all sit around and you're armchair prepper. I got preps all stacked up in there. I got stuff I'm planning to review with you guys soon. I got dinner thawing out for Chloe's dinner tomorrow. But me, I'm just, I can't believe that a lot of you come to my channel thinking it's entertainment. But, which reminds me, I need to check something real quick. Give me a second. Still doing spreadsheets, by the way, something that's important to me. Give me a second. I might watch that video again, too, but I want to check something real quick. All right, let me look. All right, so let's see. So this guy is talking about, okay, all right, all bullshit, fake shit here. All right, let's go over to this. I just want to see. I just love this guy, how he basically sits there and he's, as a prepper, I like to analyze the front thingies to tell you exactly, yeah, okay. And then finally, the last one. So I'm going to say something. I know Keldor knows probably what I'm doing. I'm one stage, one up, 10, 20 steps ahead. All right. So, yeah, okay. Yep. Okay. Another bullshit thing. Let me look at this. So all these preppers, okay, are talking about the World Economic Forum. All right. People are worried about this World Economic Forum. I won't. You know why? Because it doesn't affect us. You see, they want to sit there and try to control the world. But the truth is, they can't. The truth is in the damn pudding because right now they're trying to basically use the World Economic Forum as a as a sideshow. All these preppers are talking about the World Economic Forum. I don't know how the world's going to sit in a handbasket. That's what you need to worry about. What you gotta really worry about is so there you go. You gotta get your house in order. Things you're gonna enjoy eating is gonna get worse and worse, people. Think about it. I mean, right when I think it can't get any worse. I'm gonna say I've not been following the Ukraine war because I've been waiting for news on Civil War, World War III, nuclear war, the collapse of our power structure, internet. I mean, literally, the World Economic Forum. There's a lot of conspiracies going through that. Me, I don't like it. Look. All right, so says here a snapshot, right? All right, so let's see here, snapshot. Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm. You see, these preppers, they turn around, right? And they give everyone the security about the World Economic Forum. Someone emailed me and said, oh, we got to worry about that. I would say, give me the intel first before I start racking my brain. You know. I mean, literally, you guys look there, right? I'm the woman who looks at the World Economic Forum from a Wikipedia standpoint, right? All right, so it started with Klaus Schwab, funded by its 1,000-member company, hoping to provide more than $5 billion US in turnover. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Forum suggests that the globalist world is best managed by self-selected coalition of multinational corporations, governments, and civil society organizations, expressed through initiatives like the Great Reset and the Global Redesign. All right. And let's see what I mean. Right, you know. Mm. 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 Okay. Okay. So. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Making wrong, tough choices. Okay, so okay. I'm looking at this. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Keep talking about this, so let's see what this is. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, the World Economic Forum is basically a forum where they want to control everything every country does and doesn't do, and they put their money where they should basically think without having elected officials. Something like that. See, it says the World Economic Forum's global redesign report suggests to create a public-private United Nations in which a select few agencies operate and steer the global agendas under shared government systems. Basically, one world government under this. Uh-huh. Hmm. Hmm. So apparently they're asking the United Nations General Assembly leader to basically put a stop to the World Economic Forum, you know. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Hmm. 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 All right. So what's this great reset? Hmm. 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 Okay. Okay. So your great reset is to force people the things that are a Green New Deal. Hmm. 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 Wow. Mm-hmm. And the fourth industrial revolution is what? Hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Alright, so now I know what we're looking for. It's an interesting read, by the way, people, because a lot of people are worried about the World Economic Forum. Personally, I'd like to hear someone tell me what's going on with them, because I can't make heads or tails out of it, you know. Alright. So, Toadwort says, the big bully on the block, the United States, is about to get their ass handed to them. We got our noses in everyone else's business, yeah? And we're not the police of the world either. For Peckerwood's sake, we can't even keep chocolate milk on the frickin' shelf. On the frickin' shelf. The countries in the east are the kingdoms of the future, yes, because they're basically hoarding their oil. And we better the fuck watch out. We are not the economic superpower we once were. Frickin' Peckerwood turd nuggets. Exactly. He's telling the truth, guys. And think of it. This country is bankrupt. Your country is bankrupt. That's the truth of the matter. We are bankrupt. I mean, all the United States is doing is sending out weapons and not putting boots on the ground. The only way they can do that if Congress agreed to it. And I don't think Congress is going to agree to it, you know. Yeah. Why? Because we're not supposed to be fighting someone else's war. But somehow something will happen. We'll get involved. The draft will start. Food rationing will start. And the Beckerwoods are going to be bitching about how you can't get everything you need to eat. And then I turn around and tell you, see, I told you so. Thing is I don't like talking about you Peckerwoods. You know, I mean, think of what he's just said, you know. We're going to get our ass kicked in. Well, if we're going to get our ass kicked, okay, I wish he would come into the live chat and comment what is going on. Well, no one knows. I'm only getting fragmented bits and pieces. I'm searching for everything. Yes, I know. Can be munching on chips. Sorry. You're so tasty. And was always probably like, that's not a meal. Yeah, well, I got a sandwich I wanted to have, you know. Whoops. There we go. But truth of the matter is, I'm trying to keep you guys not prepping by prepping because you guys are pretty much being lazy. Damn, fucking stupid ass. There we go. I mean, I gotta stop eating these because they're so tasty. Mm-hmm. All right. Okay. So, you see, I like Teldor's comments. And think about it. He turns around and he says, we're going to get our ass handed to us. Mm-hmm. I know. Why? Because I'd like to know, first and foremost, well, we got to look for. Wow, so now we're putting them IAEA are going into Ukrainian nuclear power plants to oversee it. Wow. That's interesting news. Yep. The sanction at Chmelnytsky nuclear power plant in western Ukraine coming days. Ahead of director's visit, Grossi will visit the Revine nuclear power plant as well as Chernobyl. Well, why? Because they have to maintain the nuclear power plant. Mm-hmm. There is your news. Mm-hmm. Yep. Think about it. Now, let's get back to the true discussion here. Prepping. You see, steak and fried potatoes and onions are what we're having tomorrow for supper. Mm. So, back to the discussion, people. You see, hi, Boone. You see, we're not getting our ass kicked yet because we don't know what's happening. Teldor claims he does know, but the way he's saying it is, you know, um, we're preparing Eastern Europe, but it could be months out too for whatever it is. But I should send Higgins a video. Yeah, I think I will. Why? Because I can. And because I want to basically, I think I'm going to send Higgins this. I already sent 2 people this. So, one of my friends asked me what I'm doing on my game. Still trying to hammer down that ore, but I found a new pattern to get through it. So, it doesn't work in one section. I'll do it in another. Should be just fine. All right. So, I'm going to send Higgins something real quick. Zoe sent this to me, and I'm sending it off to Higgins. I sent it off to all right, so I'm gonna send this, and then I'll watch this for 3 minutes, and then we'll get back to our serious issues. All right, so then I need to check Instagram real quick because I'm on Instagram. I should post this on Twitter and say interesting. All right, here we go. Let's go. Does this video, does this guy got anything else? Because that's really cool, that guy's video. Hmm. 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 Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. All right. Cool. Yeah, that was made 10 months ago, but you know what? It is literally interesting, and that is why I was watching that again. You see, a lot of people need to worry about what's going on. Me, of course, I need to get into my game again because I'm still doing spreadsheets. And what I don't do today, I do tomorrow. What I don't do tomorrow, I do on Wednesday. I'm not in a hurry to get all these done. I've done enough today to make me happy go lucky. But you fucking son of a bitch. There. Okay. So a lot of you guys are nice people. You tune in, but point is, we better prep. And we better prep hard. And if you don't prep, then I don't know what to tell you guys. Yeah. So I need to check my phone, which is cracked. All right. So I'm going to send out a message real quick. Find out about a friend of mine, and then I might log off and schedule you guys another appointment later tonight. When all right, so because of this, you preppers out there need to know. You better get your shit in order, all right? I mean, look. Let me tell you what you need to worry about, okay? I'm going to tell you guys a story. I know this guy, right? This guy, great guy. He turns around, all right? And he's doing surveys with Swagbucks and Taluna and others. And Taluna turns around and says, we can't give you a gift card till you give you your tax form. Well, tax season starts April 15th and ends on April 15th. So once a year, right? So everyone's filing their taxes now, right? Because of it, this guy, who's a nice guy, is worried about his gift card that he earned. Yeah, well, I'd be worried more not about your gift card right now, my friend, than to worry about what's important, which is what's coming down the pipe. If you go through the comments of my videos, you will see Teldor messaging about what's going on. He says, as a prepper, I don't give two shits about being a brown-nosing son of a bitch troll. Well, he ain't a brown-nosing son of a bitch troll. The fact of the matter is we have a major shit hit the fan situation about the blow up in Eastern Europe. I will keep you shitbirds posted as my intel comes in. So, right there tells you, I just went through the news feeds, and this is what's going on. You see, people need to realize that there's worse things coming down the pipe than, you know. Think about it. The intel alone is scary. I've been watching the intel off and on. Oh, yes. Let me check my diary plans. See here. See if we missed anything for Chloe's birthday party tomorrow. Because, I still am working. Let's see here. Grocery shopping. Coffee, cake mix, milk, and frosting. Okay. Oh, yes. Chloe forgot cocktail sauce. Hmm. Supposed to do shrimp tomorrow. Cocktail sauce. Yes. All right. All right. So, yep. So, anyways, why do I do this? It's because I'm keeping my journal and my log, so I know exactly what needs to be done. I'm also making notes to keep an eye in the middle of the night for you guys. What's going to happen to us all because of the news coming out from Tildor? Yes. Okay, so we got everything here. Yep, check this. Yeah. Okay. Mm, mm, yeah. All right. So tomorrow I got phone calls to make and emails to do. Mm. You guys are probably sitting there looking at me like, what in the hell is Rita doing? Working. Hmm. All right. So. Okay. All right. All right. So, anyways, she didn't message you. Yeah, I guess she did. Okay, cool. All right. So, um, anyways, we got 8 people watching today. Okay. I don't know why we have so many people watching on a Martin Luther King Day, but I would really like, let's see, to hear more, the countries of the East. Does that mean Russia's part of the countries of the East? Because I don't think countries Russia and China are, you know, freaking Peckerwood turd nuggets. Okay. So, as you all know, there is a food shortage coming up. I talked about it. Yeah. So, you know, and it is what it is. Um, but yeah, we are live, like I said, and we're discussing prepping. Like I said, we have a lot of problems coming down the pipe. I mean, I'm monitoring right now. Let me see. I can do what I'm not going to even do the counting of the spreadsheets. I really don't care. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So this might be interesting. I don't want to watch this. Nope. Now this I'd like to read. Or is it a video? Nope. All right, so here we go. There's some news that you might be of an interest. Grain is once again leaving Ukrainian ports. The price of fertilizer is falling sharply. Billions of dollars into aid has been mobilized. Yet the world is still in the grips of the worst food crisis in modern history. As Russia's war in Ukraine shakes global agricultural systems already gripping with the effects of extreme weather and the pandemic, market conditions may improve in recent months, but experts do not expect imminent relief. The means more pain for vulnerable communities already struggling with hunger. It also boosts the risk of starvation and famine in countries such as Somalia, which is contending with what the United Nations described as a catastrophic food emergency. All the major causes of food crisis are still with us. Conflict, COVID, climate change, high fuel prices, global food security told. I do think we have to prepare for 2023 being a rough year. Yeah, issues on the agenda as government business leaders head to the World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland this week. It will vie for attention of attendees, discuss topics ranging from energy costs and maintaining global security to artificial intelligence and democratic shifts. UN World Food Program tweeted that the elite gathering comes at a critical time as agencies received $14 billion in 2022, an unprecedented sum that includes more than $7 billion from the U.S. Wow, we just gave $7 billion of our tax money that helped deliver food assistance to about 160 million people. Wow. But high food prices mean the funding can't go as far, and Russia's war continues to generate volatility. More work also needs to be done to boost supplies of food in countries with greater needs. Yeah, so you, the taxpayers, get to pay for it. The ranks of the food insecure are growing faster than our ability to provide humanitarian assistance. We can't get out of this crisis by supplying food aid only. Yep. Before Russia invaded Ukraine, the price of food was already at its highest level in a decade due to scrambled supply chains and extreme weather events such as worst drought in almost a century. Central and southern Brazil, record prices for natural gas, key input to make nitrogen-based fertilizers, has become a nightmare for farmers. Then came the war. Ukraine normally supplies 45 million metric tons of grain to the global market every year, and it's the world's top exporter of sunflower oil. Together with Russia, it counted about 1/4 of the global wheat exports in 2019. As Russian troops blockaded the country's ports, the strained food systems was dealt another shock. This one was even harder to bear. Ukraine crisis had the ongoing negative impact on world food prices and added even more volatility. The supply chains, how they flow to places like East Africa and the Horn of Africa, are taking big hits. The food price index developed by the UN Food and Agricultural Organizations to its highest annual level on research records, dating back to 2005, raising more than 14% to 2021. In 2022, the number of people grappling with acute food insecurity, meaning their access to food was so restricted that it threatened their lives and livelihood, shot up to 345 million from 135 million in 2019. Okay. There have been some signs of improvement. Yeah. Dropped in 9 months. December value is below that of 1 year ago. A big factor in sharp decline is the price of vegetable oil. Supplies are high and demand is down as the economy slows and recession fears take hold. The deal to restart Ukraine food exports via the Black Sea allowed it to ship more than 12 million metric tons of grain and other foodstuffs through the beginning of December, and falling prices of energy has helped bring down the cost of fertilizer. The moment things are trending in the right direction, but concerns remain, especially given the food prices appear to have stabilized at high levels. Fertilizer remains the expensive on the historical basis as farmers are using less to consume or conserve costs. That could reduce crop yields in upcoming harvests. China's rapid rollback of coronavirus restrictions means the country's demand for agricultural products could suddenly skyrocketing, lifting prices severely again. Ukrainians and U.S. officials have said Russia's slow-walking inspections of ship-loaded grain at the Black Sea ports, leading to backups and costly delays. Russia is not assisting in alleviating the food crisis. It's in slowing down the grain inspections. Unpredictable and extreme weather also poses a risk of 8 warmest years on records. Past 12 months saw unprecedented heat in Europe, devastating flooding in Pakistan, dryness in the U.S. Corn Belt, and several droughts in South America linked to La Nina phenomenon. We're experiencing a lot of climate disruptions. It's a big unknown. People in the global food market has also added to the ranks of poor and hungry people around the world, and those monitoring conditions are worried about the future. We really are in a moment where we're seeing increased poverty because of the shocks, particularly in Africa. Governments still struggling by the pandemic have less bandwidth to provide assistance, especially given the rapid run-up in the interest rates, which mandates heftier debt payments, and the strong U.S. dollar, which makes importing food more expensive. Wow. Agricultural price and local currency have gone up 142% in Malawi, 120% in Zambia since the start of 2020, according to the Grow Intelligence community. Meanwhile, countries already on the brink, such as drought-stricken Somalia, have been pushed further to the edge, and aid groups have estimated more than 90% of wheat consumed in the country comes from Russia and Ukraine. Who traveled there in September said disruption of food supplies were obvious in the markets. Last summer, a senior nutrition manager at a clinic run by the International Rescue Committee in Mogadishu told that in a caseload it spiked 80% in 1 month, and that was seeing a staggering 265% increase in severe malnutrition in children under the age of 5. It's the compounding effects that hurt these least responsible for what happens the most. Well, let me just tell you my opinion. We just sent $7 billion. Now, I know someone will be like, well, they need it. So, $7 billion was spent. So, anyway, because of it, think of it. This is why I'm keeping you guys on your toes to prep. Think about it. I mean, we got the United States training people for Patriot missiles. We got the United States sending over billions of dollars of your tax dollar money to Ukraine. You got the British people, the United Kingdom sending stuff too now. So basically, when you're reading what I'm reading into from the news articles, people need to realize that what you need to do. Let's see. Teldor says 2 minutes ago, I do feel a little bit better knowing that we're heading into a shitstorm. We at least have an administrator, pack leader, as knowledgeable as Rita. No, I'm not brown nosing, just keeping it real. Thank you. The thing is I think what Teldor is trying to say to people is as a prepper, as a leader, as an administrator, as all these things, I think what he's saying is, at least with me, he doesn't have to come out and say it, but I think what he knows is I just analyze the situation in Europe, and it's mostly Ukraine. I mean, we don't know what's coming, down the pipe, and that is a real problem, because um, every one of you guys turn around and you're like, oh well, I want to do whatever or do this or do that, and the thing is, there's a lot of people out there that don't give a shit about prepping. They think the government's going to bail them out. But what if the government doesn't bail them out and we have a problem, right? Uh, and you got this problem, right? And then you got another problem, right? And then you got another problem, right? And then what happens? Something happens, right? You see, he's basically saying that, the war in Ukraine is going to really give us an ass kicking, because, one of the things you need to look at from the news articles I looked up, right, is the fact that, um, we have like tanks and bombs and whatever, right? And people say, oh, yeah, we're great. We have this, right? But what's the truth? The truth is in the pudding. You see, it goes like this. The truth is that while we are supplying weapons, we don't have boots on the ground because apparently the United States knows if we put boots on the ground, then we're instigating a full-fledged World War III. But if we just donate weapons to them and let Ukraine handle it, I see it going either two ways. Ukraine gets their ass kicked in the story, or Ukraine kicks Russia's ass and Russia goes and kicks everyone else's ass. I mean, literally, the point I'm making is what we're doing is slowing down the inevitable, okay? Now, if Russia wants to rebuild the Soviet Union, they should just come out and say it. Unfortunately, we're all watching this giant storm brewing, and because of it, the problem is, again, Teldor, and I mean, today's news article already, where all the Ukrainian troops are going to be spending several months in a base in Oklahoma training on the Patriot missile system. Isn't the Patriot missile system like a box of some sort? Let me look it up. See, I don't know anything about it. We just, here we go. The MM-104 mobile surface-to-air missile so we're sending him this truck that has...
Tell me when you're done with your video.
Sure, why?
So I can make some food for us both. Aren't you getting hungry?
Yeah. So apparently this here has got this shoots okay. So apparently Germany's already has these. So apparently this thing shoots 4 missiles apparently. Yeah. So apparently, unit cost $1 to $6 million. The warhead's 200 pounds. Right. So this one here's got 16, and it could shoot up to 16. Missiles. Wow. And we're sending the Ukrainians these. See right there? So that's something you got to think about, So, anyways. So, what I should do, everyone, is tinkle soon. Tinkle, tinkle, little toilet, 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 toilet. And then afterwards, log off for about an hour or so. Come back, finish up some spreadsheets or do the spreadsheet tomorrow. And then keep all you informed if something comes down the wire. I would like Teldor, if he's watching me, to inform me in a comment. I've sent you my email address. All right, no, not trying to mooch gift card. Just send me an actual email, Teldor, if you don't mind, and brief me. You can brief me that way too, because it would be interesting to know.
Tilvani or something like that?
His name's Teldor.
Teldor, okay.
He says, one of the comments people he just posted was, I do feel better knowing that we're heading into a shitstorm. At least we have an administrator pack leader as knowledgeable as Rita. No, I'm not brown nosing. Yeah, well, keep it real. This one here is the big bully on the block is the U.S. Yeah, we are basically trying to pretend we are the police of the world. Oh, hey guys, want to see something cool? Since she left. Come here, Shaggy. Oh, you definitely need a haircut. I can feel your matting. We're gonna have to get you shaved up. There's another one right there. If I pull it, you'll whimper. Poor doggy. You want me to cut that for you, huh? Oh, I know. You are hurting little doggy. What's up, huh? Poor guy needs a haircut. Pretty warm out. We need to get you a haircutty. Oh, I love my little doggy. Yeah, I love my little doggy. Love when your head was rubbing. Yeah, wooda wooda. Oh yeah, come here. What's wrong? Huh? All right, peeps. So I'm going to use the bathroom, but like I said, I would love to have Teldor. He also says, well, tell you what. Oh, yeah. I just love this comment here. As a prepper, I don't. Sorry. As a prepper, I don't give two shits about me being a brown-nosing son of a bitch troll. The fact of the matter is we have a major shit hit the fan to blow up in Eastern Europe. I'll keep you shitbirds posted. I'm not a shitbird. I'm the leader, man. Everyone else can be a shitbird. Anyways. Then he says, casino got me thinking, if I get my brown nose ass out of the house and go to the casino, I can hit up one big, enough money for a scanner. Well, I'm going to be buying stuff soon. Oh, which reminds me, excuse me, I need to check something. Actually, I'm going to use the restroom before I check something because I can't, look at what's up. Hi, Marco. Boop, boop. Mommy, will you do the joke for the YouTubers? Okay, the joke for the YouTubers. Yeah, Mommy, I want to hear the joke for the YouTubers too. You need to blow my nose. I want to hear the joke on YouTubers. Okay. Where the hell my paper towels go this time? really fully disappeared. Holy coffee? Oh, here's some. Cool. Okay, I'm waiting. Tell the joke. For all you YouTubers out there, I just want to say, my subscribers, go ahead, tell the joke. Will work for gift cards. All right. Now, anyways, let me check on a package delivery. I just placed an order, so I wonder if it's going USPS. You know, did they even give me a tracking number? Track a package. Track a package. Oh, okay. So apparently it is leaving California. So apparently no one knows when it's coming. Estimated delivery Monday, so I got a fucking week from California. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Yeah. Anyways. Let's see. Packages. I want to see track a package. Track a package. So apparently it says it is awaiting delivery. Okay. On its way to the USPS, so it's from a shipping partner. So shipping partner hasn't put it in the system. So when it does, it'll tell me when my package is due. Well, that's good to know. I ordered some. I got stuff coming tomorrow and other items. Let me see here. Really? Man, Higgins is really on a roll. I don't know. So, let me look. Okay, cool. Funny. So, funny. Anyways, I better go for at least a half hour to an hour. As you know, food's got to have some food eventually. And, you know, but anyways, for some of you out there, I do want to share with something that I could really use if you guys are generous as preppers. I want to show you guys something. If some of you want to donate a gift card, I got a reason for it. You see my screen? It's completely cracked. Literally cracked. See that? Look at that. The Fleet Admiral's thing is cracked. Look at this. It fell today. See that? Yeah. So if any of you want to donate a gift card or go to my YouTube channel, the donation page, there's right on the top. I mean, literally, I don't literally talk about this, but look at this. I mean, can you believe that? So you guys are wondering what happened. Okay, I'll tell you what happened. Okay, so it's unbelievable. So I'm sitting there talking to Zoe. We're talking YouTube business. You know, she's like, oh yeah, you know, YouTube business, etc. And all of a sudden, right here on the top, I also added a tablet to it, as I think too. No, the tablet should be on the top. Let me just add the tablet to the top. I'll give you the link. I have a donation page. The movies I just threw in there, by the way, just because. But anyways, there's a tablet, right? Anyways, so the tablet could be used for as a Google Voice phone. I use the tablet a lot while I'm gaming, so I can, you know, keep an eye on everything in the middle of the night for you. Instead of getting up to my computer, I just sit there and right. So, anyways, the story goes. All right, let's do this. Hit refresh. Give me the link. So the story goes. I'm in the bathroom with Zoe. Right, headphones on. Got it nice. I put it on the shelf, and all is fine. You know, if it hit the floor like it's done in the past, like this, right? You see how the this here is cracked in the back, right? That's all it did. It would just not leave. Where the Gorilla Glass was completely cracked too, right? Like this, right? So what happened? Well, Chloe, of course, goes ahead and you know, I'm still trying to find the right one. So I'm not trying to mooch or anything, but I'm just telling you, you don't have to do it. It's just me talking, you know, Zoe and I, you know. So what happened? Well, lo and behold, it fell, right? It fell. And it went down on a roasting pan that Chloe keeps leaving in the bathroom. There's 3 roasting pans in there. The thing slammed so hard. Chloe's like, oh, I'll move that later. And I said, shit. And Zoe's like, are you okay? And Chloe said, oh, there's not a problem. And then I took a picture for Zoe. And Zoe's like, oh my God. She was feeling like shit today. And I am basically looking at this like, what the hell, you know? Still works. You know, I mean, look at this. Still works, but it's basically cracked. I mean, Zoe doesn't want me cutting my fingers, you know, but this thing took a real pounding beating, you know. That's how I. Why do you think I chose the LG phone? It was because of that. Now I got to look at a Motorola, you know. Here's my link, by the way. So, you know, just to tell you guys, it was an interesting concept, you know. Oh, there's scanners, by the way. They are on the Airy Sky list, too, by the way. Not that I'm asking for that. But I use this as an email and a tablet and things like that. By the way, Teldor, I'm going to send you this link for you to buy your. This link here has the link for your books. Just right click it and add it to your cart. You should be fine. So, you know, you can buy your. I'm going to send a link to that for Teldor real quick, you know. So he was talking about the 3 stores the other day. Let's see. Veggie burgers. Let's see. Hold on. Red Dawn. Mega subscriber turd nuggets. Hold on. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Let me just reply to this. Reply to Teldor with this. Oh, fuck. I had like a sliver of glass I just got on my thumb. All right, so and then I'm going to give Teldor one other list, okay? because I'm still logged in there. I think he should have this. I'm a prepper, and I'm giving you guys this list too. So for everything we talk about preppers wise in the preppers list, you can find it right. I'm getting it for you guys right here. Yeah. So I have a list I made. All you got to do is right click it, right click on the item you want from the link on the items, open a new page, and then open a new tab, and then add it to cart. You don't want to buy it from me. So, anyways, that's the preppers list right here. I'm trying to fix the list for Teldor. Again, whatever you need, right click to open new tab. If you're on a PC, then add to cart. Here is the preppers list. There. There we go. So I sent him the preppers list and the other list. See? And then Teldor knows I'm 5 steps ahead because I just gave him the preppers list outright. You know, I know Teldor's watching this because he's commenting on the older videos, but I think I'm gonna do this for once. All right. I'm going to send him a shout out on something real quick. Give a thumbs up to this, thumbs up to this, thumbs up to this, thumbs up to this. All right. And then okay. And finally, I want to Okay. See, some of you sit there and say, well, what am I paying you to type on a computer live with you all? You know what the problem is? Problem is I'm not getting paid for you guys, okay? Second is I'm not mooching anything either. Third is I was answering Teldors on a few things. So, one thing I wanted to share with you guys. So, anyways, we got 6 viewers, okay? I'm going to give you guys a quick update. All right. I got to go for an hour, okay? Or so. So what I want to do is Because I want is I'm gonna go have my lunch, right? My lunch, a buffalo chicken sandwich with ranch dressing. I'm gonna wait for Zoe, and then I will be back to look over tomorrow's plans with you all for um 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 prepping. So I'm gonna game for 1 hour. Okay, that's time enough to have 30 minutes to have dinner or lunch. And by the way, for some of you wondering, my supper tomorrow is Zoe's defrosting, which is T-bones. I told Higgins once you can't microwave a T-bone. Okay, I also got to get Chloe to check on tobacco levels. So, with that said, everyone, I will be back in approximately 4 p.m. my time. So, in the meantime, you guys have gotten all the info. The shitstorm's preparing. So, before I go, I want to say one other thing. I beg you all who's tuned in today, go on Amazon, to go to Walmart, to go to Target, to go to Kroger, to go to Fry's, to go to whatever shopping store you go to and stock the hell up. This could trigger World War III. This could trigger nuclear war. This could trigger World War III, nuclear war, and a banking collapse. You need to get your house in order. Without it, you do not need to be a bloody armchair prepper, okay?
You hear that noise over there?
What noise?
It's like strange noise, like someone's whistling, and it's like echoing.
I've not heard anything.
Huh.
You gotta remember, I don't have my hearing aid in. Anyways, Chloe's gonna make me lunch. Buffalo chicken sandwich with some ranch dressing. Gotta make sure I got the ranch before I leave. And I'm gonna game for an hour. I'm gonna have my lunch, and then later tonight, because it's gonna be 6 or 7 o'clock dinner tonight, I will be back live, but I have to let Chloe do the lunch. And then Chloe's gonna clean up this entire fucking shit storm that she made in here. And I'm gonna game until Zoe comes back. I'm gonna talk to Zoe privately because of it. And then tomorrow, Chloe already said, and I'll explain tomorrow's plan. Chloe's going to make sure the entire kitchen's fully clean tomorrow because Chloe and I are going to do some videos with you.
Yeah.
How to cook. I'm not going to show you how to cook my steak. I'm going to marinate it before you guys see it, but we're going to have baked steak. Chloe's like, oh, well. And I'm making fun of her. She's the birthday girl, so she always does these voices about her dad and her dad's friend, so I'm doing this. Oh, well, we have steak, Rita, but we don't have any. See, and she doesn't mind it. I'm making fun of her. It's her birthday.
We don't have any.
We don't have any sides, Rita. What do we do? Well, I cook the steak. She makes the potatoes and onions, and we get steak, potatoes, and onion for supper.
There we go.
And if we want, I can make up something else to go with my steak and onions. Like, and look at this, everyone. If Chloe would have got me the right container, I could do it. She's got to clean the fridge.
Jello.
I can make Jello for Zoe's birthday tomorrow. And we got some that whipped cream in it. 2 tubs of whipped cream to go with it. You guys are like, what are you doing? I'm looking at these are good till 2024.
Yeah.
You know why I never like Jello people? Sometimes people make fun of it saying it's bones of horses. And if I need to, I can make brown gravy to go with your steak if you want brown gravy.
Yeah, I might do. I might mix some steak sauce and Famous Dave's and try that.
So you don't want me to marinate it?
I want my marinade. Yes. Just by sprucing up a little bit. That's all. That's all I'm gonna do.
You know, it's really good, everyone, with a steak. I'll tell you a specialty that I do once in a while, people. You can do this with pasta too. If you have a bag of pasta and you want something that's simple and yummy, I'll tell you a secret. Instead of using pasta sauce, right? Use get a country gravy packet, mix it all together, and you can have country gravy on your pasta, elbow macaroni, spaghetti, whatever. Same goes if you put it on a steak. But anyways, let me just say, I know Chloe and Zoe are both going to nag me by saying I need to eat, which I can't live on chips for 3 days in a row. I got to eat something solid. So I'm going to let Chloe fire the oven up and get my sandwich made. Oh, forgot.
Moppy's birthday is the end of the month. Isn't it?
Yeah. Ranch dressing, good to go. Also got to send Chloe out eventually to get me a couple of hot dog buns. And there was only one other item Chloe forgot to get at the store, so hopefully we can make do or figure it out. She can actually use barbecue sauce. She got fame. Cocktail sauce.
Oh, I could get that tonight.
Well, see, I send you get dip anyways. All right, peeps. Out of the cash money I gave you, out of that, what was it, $20 or so? Yeah. How much was my grocery bill? I didn't see the receipt. I was gonna put it in the ledger. 25. Yeah. So she only paid $5 for the cake mixes. Hey, way to go! You're doing good. Oh, and tonight, apparently, after my gaming time and talking to Zoe, I'm going to take a tutorial. I'm not going to do not a tutorial for you, but Chloe's going to get off her ass, and I'm going to teach her how to do this properly, thoroughly. I'm going to actually sit down with her for an hour. It's all in my planner, and I'm going
to... Okay. Just wrap up your video.
I Hitler. I Hitler. She said wrap up the video, so I called her Hitler.
I'm just saying, I'm not Hitler, okay? I hate Hitler. Oh, come on. Trump was like another Hitler. Thank goodness.
Sorry about the politics. So for the rest of you, I will be back at approximately 4 o'clock, okay? Give or take. So please add and subscribe. Please post comments. Please leave feedback. Oh, I didn't finish what I was going to say before she said. All right.
Okay, go ahead.
Again, I beg you to get your house in order, and I beg you to get prepping now because it ain't going to get any better. It's going to get worse. Teldor's right. I mean, there's something major going to come down the pipe soon. And as Teldor said, if it's correct, the United States might be preparing to put boots on the ground. And if that's the case in Ukraine, we're going to get our ass kicked. So I'll keep you informed of Ukraine, World War III, and nuclear war possibility. I will keep you informed if there's a banking collapse. Natural disasters, all you need to do is listen to your weather radio to know and check the weather reports. Man, I'm sorry about my triggers. Okay. So there you go. I beg you to get everything in order everything online, like I said, and get her done. Get her done. In the meantime, please add, subscribe, post comments, leave feedback, suggestion, hit the like and subscribe button. It's wholesome fun for your families, including your dogs, your cats, your bunnies, your service dogs, your service bunnies, grandmas, old biddies like Chloe.
I'm not old biddy.
She is if she keeps interrupting me, old biddy, old battle axe.
I just don't want to cook us food.
Please hit the like, subscribe button, comments, thumbs up, subscribe, and leave the comments nice is all we ask. And thank you so much for watching, and God bless you in everything you do.